Okay, so picture this. You're cruising down a busy street and say Delhi scooters, zipping around cars, honking maybe a street vendor selling chai. It's a scene bursting with life, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But here's the thing, in India, that scene also comes with a pretty sobering statistic. Imagine this. 3 out of every 4 motorcyclists you see aren't wearing helmets.
Wow.
That's the reality. And it's directly tied to why motorcycles make up a shocking 38% of all road accidents in India. We're talking over 55,000 lives lost every year.
It's a staggering number, for sure.
It really is. So whether you're a seasoned rider in Mumbai or just concerned about a loved one who zips around on 2 wheels, well, this deep dive is for you. We're cutting through the noise to bring you practical, potentially life-saving information about motorcycle safety in India.
It's so important.
And let me tell you, digging into these reports, some of the numbers were downright alarming.
Yeah, what's fascinating, though, is how these statistics tell a bigger story about India today.
Right. Like, get this, a whopping 73% of motorcycle fatalities involved riders not wearing helmets. 73%. It's easy to say wear a helmet, but I feel like we need to unpack why that number is so high in the first place.
Absolutely. India's rapid urbanization plays a huge role. Think about cities like Delhi, Bangalore, even smaller towns that are exploding in size. You've got more vehicles crammed onto roads that weren't designed for this kind of volume. Add to that, well, let's just say a cultural tendency to, shall we say, bend the rules of the road a bit.
It's like organized chaos out there.
Exactly. And unfortunately, in that chaos, it's the most vulnerable road users, those on two-wheelers, who often pay the steepest price.
And it's not just about helmets, right? Our research showed that a staggering 67% of motorcycle accidents happen at intersections. That really struck a nerve with me. I mean, think about it. You're at a light and maybe a busy roundabout, and suddenly, bam, a car cuts you off. It's like they didn't even see you.
And that's a perfect example of where defensive riding becomes absolutely essential. It's not just about following the rules, it's about anticipating that others might not. Especially in India, where you've got everything from auto rickshaws to stray cows sharing the road.
Oh, man, don't even get me started on the cows. I swear I almost took out a samosa stand last year because a cow decided to take a nap in the middle of traffic.
You laugh. But that unpredictable element is a daily reality for motorcyclists in India. So we're talking about being hyper-aware, making eye contact with drivers at intersections even if you're not sure they see you, using those hand signals religiously, left turn, right turn, even just a wave to acknowledge another vehicle. It's about being predictable in an unpredictable environment.
Right, because even if it feels like you're waving your arms around for no reason, that one time a driver sees you, it can make all the difference.
Exactly. You're increasing your odds in a system that doesn't always favor two-wheelers.
Okay, so we've got helmets, defensive riding, but there's another stat that really surprised me. 15% of motorcycle accidents are due to mechanical failures. 15% hadn't realized it was that high.
And that's why regular maintenance is so crucial. And look, I get it, not everyone's a gearhead. But this isn't about rebuilding your engine, it's about basic checks that any rider can do.
So, like, what? Give us the quick and dirty checklist.
All right, before every ride, give your bike a quick once-over. Brakes, are they squeaking or feeling spongy? Tires, do they have enough tread? Are they inflated properly? Lights, are all your signals, headlights, and brake lights working? These things take 2 minutes to check, but they can be lifesavers.
And you know, it's like anything else.
Yeah.
A little maintenance goes a long way.
Hmm.
Remember this one time I was riding down this mountain road and I just had this feeling something was off with my brakes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they felt kind of soft, you know?
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, that's probably fine.
Yeah, I've been there. What happened?
Well, let's just say I ended up taking a detour straight into a bush.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was going slow, and it was more funny than scary. But it was a wake-up call, for sure. Those little signs, those gut feelings, we can't ignore them.
Exactly. It's about respecting your machine.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's not just metal and gears, it's what's keeping you safe on the road.
Speaking of safety,
Right.
there are a couple of other elephants in the room we need to address. Our sources were pretty clear about this, riding under the influence and distractions, especially mobile phone use.
Right.
It's like, come on, people.
It all comes back to this idea of personal responsibility, right? Every time you get on that bike, you're making a choice to be present, to be focused on the road, and to respect the fact that you're not just risking your own safety, but the safety of others.
Yeah, it's like this collective awareness we need to build. Traffic rules aren't just suggestions. They're there for a reason. And yeah, maybe sometimes the roads feel chaotic, but that's even more reason to be extra cautious. You know,
I couldn't agree more. It's about creating a culture of safety where these things aren't even up for debate.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into motorcycle safety in India, I think the biggest takeaway is this. Even small changes can make a world of difference. Wearing that helmet every single time, no exceptions. Doing a quick maintenance check before you head out, putting the phone away and staying focused on the road. It seems so simple, but it could be life-changing.
Absolutely. And here's a question to leave you with. What one thing from this deep dive resonated with you the most? What's the one action you're going to take to make your rides or the rides of your loved ones safer? Because at the end of the day, we all want to enjoy the ride, and safety is the key that gets us there.